need to speak to another tour director, which also brings me, you need to also develop a close circle of friends. So my close tour director friends are actually graduates of yours.
Oh, good for them. Thank you.
Sherry gives the best guidance and classes, everybody. You don't have to go to the more expensive schools. They're fine. There's nothing wrong with ITMI or the one in Colorado.
And they're friends of mine, actually. Yeah. They are my friends,
They're quite expensive. So if you want to dip your toes in, you can take Sherry's course to see if it's right for you, this profession. Where was I going about this? Just got to make a point.
I was going to say, do what I say to do. Do what that other guide that does that tour. I mean, we have the basics. The other guide can fill you in, and the guide may say, like, before you leave the airport, make sure they use the restroom. Well, if you haven't done the tour, it doesn't sound that important. Well, then you find out there's not a restroom on the coach, and it's an hour and a half to the hotel.
Yes.
So they are gold.
Yeah. In fact, this situation just came up yesterday with this national parks tour I'm going. I want to take the group to the West Thumb Geyser Basin, but they have pit toilets, and no, that's a hard no. So I called my friend Carrie, who knows Yellowstone really, really well. I said, tell me what to do. So he told me, stop at Grant Village at real restrooms and then go to West Thumb. I wouldn't know that. I wouldn't even think of that unless I talked to a colleague. So you need to keep that close posse of friends, and then you can all help each other out. You'll find, I'm just at the level now where I work exclusively with 3 tour operators. But when you're first starting out, join IATDG. Did I get that acronym right? Yeah. They have a job board. And then I know
International Association of Tour Directors and Guides.
Yeah. And ITMI, they have their own symposium and job fair, as does IATDG now. And there are a few others, but belong to there's a student board as well on Facebook. And just get to know people.
Yeah. And what people don't realize, if you haven't done tours, if you stop at a restaurant, just a regular restaurant, they're ordering off the menu, it's going to take you 3 hours to get out because they're not ready for you. Suddenly you have a big group. Nobody knows what they want to order. If that happens, I'll call it, and I have to go to that restaurant. I'll give them 3 options. I'll call the restaurant ahead. These are your 3 options, and I can even call and say, this is something we want, but it'll take you literally 3 hours. And I know, because when I started out, I had a couple of maiden tours, so you don't have a lot of help. And I tried that. You don't get to do that. So, and also restrooms. If you just go where there's 2, a man and a woman, maybe 2 toilets, it's going to take you 45 minutes to get out of there. Even after the men leave.
You know what I do? Here's a big tip, but you will only find this out by doing it.